Okay, people, this what we're looking at here is going to be the future home site of our chicken coop. We are opting for going for an A-frame style chicken coop rather than a traditional one, to save money, and two, it's going to give us a little more experience in understanding how A-frame construction should be done, since Sarah and I have discussed it and we're looking at probably building an A-frame home. So anyways, this is where I'm at right now. I've cleared the land, laid out some of the lumber that's going to be done for the flooring, and then the center A-frame beam right there. I'm going to start putting this together here shortly. Okay, so there you have it. All three of these cross members have been put together, and I'll start boxing this frame in. We'll go from there. Okay, what I got here is a rig that I set up to hopefully cut all of my 2x4s at the proper angle. It's not as easy as it sounds, because typically you would use like a 45-degree angle, but because I have a 2x4 in between, it ends up at a 39-degree. So I had to make a little jig so we can cut this a little better.
So here we are, guys. This is James's homemade jig that he was talking about earlier on cutting guide for our chicken coop A-frame. We did have to take a small break today to head into Jonesboro to get him a 10-amp saw instead of a 12, because the 12 was bogging down the generator. We saw, and it's got a laser. Cool. And over here are the boards that he has cut so far using his jig. And they're pretty much plumbed. We're doing good.
Okay, at this point what I'm doing is nailing these studs here to this runner board that'll go at the bottom. Now I know this looks different from building like a shed or a house or something like that, because I'm not building a wall. What this is going to be is actually going to be the inside facing the chickens instead of the outside. And as it comes together, you'll see a little better. I'm actually doing this a little backwards. So I've cut all my ends. I have them all facing up here. And what I'll do is nail this middle runner board, which goes at the top, across this side. And then we'll flip it over and set it up. And that's when you'll see how this all comes together. Like I said, it's an A-frame, so it's just basically building like a giant triangle. A little different from building a standard wall. So there you have it. Both walls are raised. Now I did take the assistance of Sarah, so this is a little more difficult for a one-person job, but there might be ways to do it. Maybe pinning in a pivot point and pulling them all up at the same time. Don't know, but this seemed to work pretty good. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. We have the actual coop side over here, and then we got the runner over here. Okay, so we're back with you. This is where we're at so far on the chicken coop. As you can see, I've got the roofs put together, walls, ends both put in, some doors with hinges and a latch. So, okay, welcome to Broken Road Homestead. Today I want to show you the chicken coop that we built. It's pretty much completed now. We only have a little more of the floor left to put in, but I thought this was a good time to kind of showcase this project. Okay, so here's the chicken coop. You see, we went ahead and went with a painted roof on here, but we're probably going to go ahead and tack fabric on and put a couple extra coats of paint just to extra waterproof it. It seems to be working pretty good. We had a couple of rainfall since, and it doesn't look like the wood is absorbing any water. Down here at the bottom, as you can see, we raised it so that we wouldn't hopefully reduce the chance of wood rot, because this being our first chicken coop, we did not spend the money to get treated wood, and maybe we should have, but we kind of wanted to see how well this wood would hold up with just a good paint job. So we raised it, and so the rock floor that we put inside extends to the outside. And we have the runner here, so we got chicken wire. It goes all the way up, chicken fencing all the way around the top and down here at the bottom. Now we know that it doesn't really keep predators out. It's more or less to keep the chickens in. At night, all of the chickens are going to be actually inside the coop area, so this is what has to be really fortified. This over here, pretty much during the day is monitored anyways, because somebody's pretty much always on site. So we have a door here, and we're going to change these latches out to locking latch. We're going to put one at the bottom down there and one here at the top, because we know that raccoons can be pretty smart and they can figure out how to open these latches up, and we want to make sure that they can't open these doors. So here on the inside, you can see where Sarah's been mortaring the floor in. It needs some extra mortar put in over here, but she's going to finish up this rock here hopefully in the next couple of days. And we have our nesting beds over here, so that way the hens can go in there and lay their eggs with the perch out front. And like I said, we got a couple perches over here. We maybe go ahead and put another one back there, maybe elevate it some. So if we go on here, you can see that the door opens from the inside, so this way any kind of vermin that we're going to run into can't really open the door from the outside, because they'd have to be on the inside to unlatch it. So it's pretty well protected out there. And so like I said, we got this nice size area. We haven't put in our pop holes yet. We're probably going to put one in down here to go into this side, and then again over in that corner we'll put a pop hole to go outside, but that's only after we get them trained and get them ready for free ranging. Okay, so you may be wondering why we're choosing to showcase the chicken coop today when we don't have any chickens in there. Well, Sarah and I originally had planned on purchasing full-grown chickens, but that wasn't how things really played out. We ended up instead buying, you know, a nice brood of chicks. Well, we are brooding them inside the house right now, and when they get large enough, then we'll move them to the coop. So at least now we have the coop done. It's just going to be a couple weeks before the chickens actually move in there. So anyways, that's where we're at. That's what our chicken coop looks like. And anyways, have a great day.